can't reason with the unreasonable. And that's what Jerry Mitchell tries to do. He tries to reason with the unreasonable. Some people are unreasonable, or they come across as very unreasonable because they see things in a completely different way than the way that than average people see them. Okay, and so Jerry Mitchell is stuck in this thing where he believes that he can do something about it. He can do something about this guy called Buddy Revell, that he can stop the fight, that he can stop it. But it's set in your man's mind. Now, there is something he can do at the end of the film, which he does do, but it comes down to his decision at the end of the film. And that's what I really like about this movie and the way it's put across. It's his decision. He has to make it at the end. You know, you can't get away from certain things while you're alive. You just can't get away from it. You can't get away from old age. You can't get away from aging. You can't get away from having conflict with people. But sometimes you need to have conflict with people. And that's not to say that we should be going out trying to find conflict with other people, right? But it's going to happen sometimes. It's going to happen because other people are unaware that they are robbing you or doing things that is affecting you in a way that you don't like, or coming into your personal space. Sometimes that's one of the things when he does that in the film, which is really funny, when he claps the side of his arm and Buddy Revell just looks down. He just looks down and goes like, oh, and then your man, Jerry Mitchell, Casey Siemaszko's character, the penny drops and he's like, oh fuck, what have I done? What have I done? Everyone told me at the start, this guy's a touch freak, don't touch it. So if you enter people's personal space, sometimes you're going to have trouble with people. People don't like their space interrupted a lot of the time, you know, and that can be mental as well. It can be mental, it can be emotional, it can be physical, it can be in different ways too. So he tries to reason with the unreasonable, you know, and that's really what the film is really about. And it's about Jerry Mitchell, really. It's about him. But if you look at Buddy Revell's character in the movie too, along with Jerry Mitchell, that it seems to me that he is the real teacher, because he's going to teach this guy something, whether he likes it or not. You know, most of the time when we go into school, it's just like, we have the attitude a lot of the time. A lot of students, a lot of people go to school. It's like, oh, we have to go here. We're forced to go here. There's nothing really to learn here. And that's true. There's not much to learn in school because it's a government-run corporate school that churns out people with the same mindset. That's what they want to do. Okay? So, but that's not to say that you can't learn something anywhere that you go. You can learn loads of stuff in school. It just doesn't have to be everything that they're teaching you. You can look between the raindrops and you can find out other things to learn about yourself, about other people, about the way things are structured, about yourself mainly, about, so he's forced to, on this day, to learn that you have to stand on your own. Whether we're in this school or this corporate-run school together and there's nothing much we can do about it and everyone's stepping on everyone's toes and no one seems to mind, no one seems to notice, right? But he's going to have to learn that day that, you're going to have to stand on your own whether you like it or not. There's going to be no one there backing you up. You're going to stand there on your own, and other people are going to maybe cheer for you and appear to be on your side and all the rest of it. But in the end, you're going to have to be there on your own. And that's what I like about this movie. I like that about this movie. Casey Siemaszko was really good in the movie. It took them a while to find the right lead for the film. And Richard Tyson. Now there's an enigma right there, because why in the hell did Hollywood not use this guy more? It baffles me. He seemed to have everything. He seemed the looks, the charisma, the physical presence, and he could fucking act. He was in a couple of things, a couple of big things. Most notably was Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in 1991, I think. 1990, maybe? 1990. A couple of years after this, 3 years after this. But he wasn't really used much at all, so that's bizarre to me because he was such a good actor, and still, obviously, he's still alive. He's still a great actor. But when you get older, a lot of the roles are not there for you anymore. So check out 3 O'Clock High. Worth watching. It's on YouTube. You can watch it there, and it's worth watching, man. It's worth watching. And one last thing about 3 O'Clock High: Steven Spielberg walked away from this movie because he didn't like it. because apparently the director, Phil Joannou, who went on ahead and made State of Grace 3 years later, which is another good film, he didn't like the tone of the movie because I think it came out that he liked the film After Hours by Martin Scorsese, and he didn't like, I don't think he just didn't like that. There's a little bit of jealousy going on, or a little bit of game playing going on, you know. So he disowned this movie, which is bizarre to me because it was way better than a lot of his movies. So check out 3 O'Clock High. Adios.